What's up, everybody? This is Sakuros. Welcome back. I am doing another episode, number 3 for In the Fire. And welcome, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great time with their loved ones and their family. And, just sending good vibes out there for everybody. So this song actually started in 2020. And it was one of those songs that, it went along with songs that I was creating at the time in Invisible Triangles. I created in The Untouchables, Colors, which kind of had to do a lot of with riots and BLM, and City of Tolerance had that also, just riots about just everything, protesting, both the left and the right. Everybody was just kind of going at it, going ham. And yeah, I wrote this song freaking In the Fire because I was like, damn, there's a lot of bullshit happening all over the world. Holy fuck, things are really on fire. So one thing did definitely have a catalyst. I think sometime in 2020, Australia was on fire, like literally on fire. And then, there were some California fires. And then, there's volcanoes in third world countries burning down villages. And so that's kind of where the initial concept came. Like I wanted to incorporate, the livelihood of the world and how it feels like it's on fire, how it feels uncertain and unsafe. And just being literal of, a story about, let's say a husband in a village, and he's at work, he's doing his own thing, and all he could think about is his mother, his wife, and his children. And that's kind of where it started, like that feeling, of like, oh my God, I got to get to my family. So that's where I wrote Stuck in the Fire. I started writing the chorus. Stuck in the fire this time, I hope you make it. The world is burning itself. Wish I could save you. The world is burning itself. Wish I could save you. So, that was the thought of the husband, and in the second part of the hook, which comes after the first verse and the second verse. I write, I'll keep on waiting for you till it's cool enough. We'll come together. I can wait for love. Because he's like, damn, I gotta go. I gotta get to my family, make sure they're okay. We're all stuck in the fire. Like, fuck, we gotta, go. It's a go time, baby. It's go. So a lot of that feeling kind of had to do with that. And then for some reason it triggered, those Armageddon-esque kind of feelings, like that movie, Deep Impact, with I think it was a father and a daughter embracing for the last time and reconciling their differences and just hugging and embracing themselves and just, I love you. And then here comes a big ass wave and it takes both of them. Or that one really sad scene in Rogue One and those two main characters, just those real, like, this is the last time we're gonna be alive, and there's a realization, and just that final embrace, just that final fucking embrace is all that matters. Man, that's fucking deep, and I really kind of gravitate towards a lot of those feelings. There's extreme, situations, but it's so epic. I know. I write a lot of stuff like that based off of, like, feelings in movies or even situations in my daily life. Obviously, everything has a connection. I was thinking about my moms, at that time too. I was thinking about being, how it was so hard to not even, hug her, give her a kiss. I couldn't embrace my mother, and I think that was one of the hardest times in those times like that, because she was going through a lot at that time. So it all, obviously everything's normalized a lot, but during that time it really felt like that, and it's not over, and all of this in the fire, it had to do with like decisions of everywhere, like what do we do, what do we get, do we stock up into this, do we get enough water, or all these decisions that everybody was making to survive and to understand, like, whoa, like where are we going to go from here? What are we going to do? And I know a lot of the times writing songs about what's going on, people don't want to see it, feel it, and I get it. Nobody wants to relive certain things, but I recently watched an episode with that one Awkwafina, Nora, Queen, Nora is in Queens or something like that. I forgot the title, but there was a scene, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, but not really. It was just a scene of her grandma, and Nora was away from home, and her grandma was going through all this. Her son just kind of peeked in with a mask and just put groceries and left, and it was like, damn, that was so hard to not just go in there and like if I was him, just to go in there and just give grandma a big old hug, and oh no, that was real, man. That was a lot. So let's keep on going.
You just wanna breathe, but you don't wanna walk outside your door. It's 1,000 degrees. I wanna be right there next to you.
You just want to breathe, but you don't want to walk outside your door. It's 1,000 degrees. I want to be right there next to you. The next line is, so what we gonna do? What we gonna do? It's taking oxygen from all of us. Because literally fire does, it exists and it's able to burn because of oxygen in the air. But at the same time, like if the fire is burning, if let's say the fire is maybe the disease / government, it's burning, it's taking our oxygen from us. It's taking our will or our ability to live normally. So it's all of these, I'm doing a lot of double meaning lyrics and triple meaning song. So that's kind of the approach that I wanted to do. I wanted a lot of things that have many meanings, but
It's taking oxygen from all of us. So gone. It's taking oxygen from all of us. Stuck in the fire.
yeah, that freaking chorus, man. It just, and it's crazy for a lot of singer and songwriters that, they have to understand what note they actually sound the best at. And, what makes it feel like really impactful. And a lot of singers have that one note, that they can hit so comfortably and it sounds so good and full. So I had to tune the song accordingly. Oh, and speaking of tuning, this isn't a very nice meditational style tuning. All the instruments and the drums are tuned into an area where it makes you feel meditational / relaxed. So that's why the song isn't so like in your face, because of the type of style of it and the genre behind it. But it's really dope. I love tuning stuff, and also I remember back then I did the song in 180 BPM. I mean beats per minute. So it was actually way slower than the final released one. It's so difficult to increase the tempo or slow down the tempo in songs, because there's so many files and so many things that you have to reprocess, and sometimes you can't reprocess it. Sometimes you have to re-perform these instruments, and so I got kind of lucky. Everything that I had to reprocess, I was able to just go all the way to 188 BPM. So that was pretty dope. Let's kind of skip a little bit. I fucked up, but whatever. So you already know that. If you heard the song, just enjoy it. So this second verse, man, it really goes at it. So what we gonna do? I'm like telling the world what we gonna do about this fire. You know, that's kind of what I'm insinuating. I just want to be when it fails with my family. When society, like, let's say the fire took over and society absolutely just failed. And it's again that Armageddon kind of feeling. All I just want to be when it fails with my family, yeah. I try to put it out, but you know that I couldn't all by myself, because you can't do it by yourself. Like, you really have to have a lot of people to try to make a change in the world, in a positive world, you know. I know it's a very dream-esque kind of, you know, mindset, but you know, that's you just gotta think positively and about that. Here's my favorite line of the whole song. Well, there's so many favorite lines, but this is one of my top. If we all threw a cup of some water, then just maybe we'll win. Are you waiting for the moment? Yeah, you know it's coming. Let's all be free. So just imagine if both the left and the right side of people in political affiliations were to actually come together. We can all put out the fire together with just one cup of water. If just imagine, just the thought of it, just like, well, you mean a cup of water can't extinguish a fire, like a big fire? What the fuck? But imagine if we all did, we can extinguish this fire together. Like, for me, I don't really get involved in politics or anything, you know. I'm kind of in the middle of a lot of things. Like and on the right sides, I agree and disagree with some things. On the left sides, I agree and disagree with some other things. But it's just crazy to me. You know, this might cause some people to, you know, say, you know, hey, well, this and that, you know, and it's fine. But it's crazy. Like, on one side, they're pro-life, but you know, they're with the amendment that kills, you know, guns would kill people. They're with the Second Amendment. And on the left side, they're pro-choice of, you know, that, but they're not pro-choice when it comes to, you know, putting some, you know, substance in your body. We still don't really know. We're just like, okay, put it in, you know. I took it. I had to take it for work, you know. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I didn't have a choice. There was no choice there. So there's hypocrisy on those kind of things when it, like, life, like, you know, pro-life, but then, you know, pro-choice, but then no, you don't have a choice. You know, we're gonna shame you, and you gotta take it. You know, so there's a lot of, you know, hypocrisies on both sides, and it's crazy. Like, the right wing and the left wing all come down to the same bird. It's the same fucking bird. It's I just enjoy the show. That's it. I just kind of, like, sit back and just watch everybody just fight, and I'm just like, man, how wonderful it is to kiss my girlfriend in the morning. That's all I can think about. I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm just, you know what? Y'all keep fighting. What's the point? What's really the point? Don't we all like chips? I think we could agree on chips. I think we could all agree on, you know, a nice walk on the beach, unless you absolutely hate the beach, you know, like, or something, you know, like, we can all agree on a lot of things that make us happy and able to be a decent human being. And that's kind of why I wrote the song too, because I felt like the disparity of both sides just jumping at each other's throats and just trying to shred each other apart. And I'm like, man, it's just like the same equivalent of like throwing a bone in between two hungry dogs. They're gonna fight. They're going to fight. So it's just crazy to me. I just can't think about, I want to think about how we can all come together in a common agreement of everything. It's been so crazy. Wow. I wish there was I wish there was a third side, because there's only two choices. There's only two choices. And, I know everybody has always heard this thing, the illusion of choice. So that's what it is. It's just an illusion of choice. You got to choose one or the other. But what about the third one? They'll never give. What about the fourth one? Nope. Fifth one? Nope. Nobody's ever going to give those other mindsets a chance. They call them communists, they call them socialists. They call them everything else. Nobody ever just wants to give them a chance, man. They could actually do something different, and it's crazy how, the definition of insanity is doing something over and over, trying to get different results. And that's how I see the government. It's just crazy insanity. It's just insanity. But that's just my opinion. Obviously, we're all entitled to opinions. Just saw a little tiny fly. Where the fuck are you at? Freaking fly. At least it ain't a roach. But yeah, that's just what it is. But it's crazy. It's beautiful, and I find so much therapy behind creating music that I'm glad to do it. I'm glad to, and hopefully this music can help you escape for at least 3 minutes of your life, and everything will be just fine. I just want to say, thank you for, riding this wave with me. I know it was a different type of podcast. It wasn't a real fun one with a guest, but I appreciate those that stuck around. And, hopefully one day we can all just share a meal together and just get along and be decent human beings to one another. On that note, thank you all. And I hope to see you on the next one. Stay safe on the holidays, guys.